Hey guys, welcome. You can see my dog there lying on the ground. She's collecting a little bit of sun. I should move that yard art out of the way. That's an eagle my husband bought a few years ago. They last in the sunshine. They must be all plastic. They last really a long time. Oh boy, here we go. This thing just slips. I don't have my phone stand. Actually, I don't like that. I'll take that off. Take it out of there. It was in my coffee cup. See, it was in my Dollywood coffee cup, one of them. And gosh, now I need my phone stand. I need to take the time. I need to remember to grab it. It's at the ranch. We're just gonna sit here and watch traffic, right? Okay, let's do it. I'm in Northeast Tennessee. It is a beautiful fall day, you guys. Gorgeous. I'll be harvesting some of the last tomatoes in a little while. Some of the first and last. I had a terrible tomato crop this year. I'll probably end up with some delicious fried green tomatoes, and I might end up with a pot of tomato soup, but that's about it. No canning. I don't think I'll be making any. Well, I might make some green tomato pie. That would be good. I'll probably make green tomato pie. Might be able to make some green tomato pickles. We'll see. Hey guys, welcome to Northeast Tennessee. That's my dog Jaja down there. Hey Bean. Hey Jaja, say hi. Oh, she loves the sun. That girl has a tummy ache right now. She started looking like she felt bad yesterday. And hey Danny, she had a regular stool and then loose stool yesterday. Haha. Hey Mira. Hey B2 Adventurous. She is enjoying it. Guys, she has a tummy ache. She's a mutt. Her daddy was an Akbash. That's spelled Akbash. It's a guardian dog and a Pyrenees. So her daddy had a lot of guardian instinct in him. Her mama was dumped near their sheep ranch when she was in heat, and she ended up breeding with their boy. So they couldn't find her owners, so they kept her. Hey Mira, I can't understand your language, unfortunately. I really am sorry. So she eventually gave birth to, gosh, 8 or 9 puppies. And she looks a lot like a blonde lab. People have thought she was a blonde lab, but I've got a friend who has Akbash, and she took one look at her, and the same picture that most people think she's a lab, she said, "Is that an Akbash?" And I said, "Yes." She's amazing with our goats. She's a little too protective of our poultry. She will protect them by smothering them accidentally. But she's really good with our grandchildren. She absolutely loves when they come stay with us. Hey, Lazy. Just wonder. I don't know what you're talking about, Lazy. Yeah, labs are awesome. She does not have a Labrador demeanor. She's very untrusting of strangers. And I'm trying to think about water with her. I don't think she ever swam in our pond like our Labradors have done. Okay, that's great. I have a troll. You know what? Hey, Zaxi, you can troll. Hey, horse lover. I don't have a favorite breed because I love so many of my dogs, and I've had many, many over the years. I had a Shih Tzu I rescued. She was blind and she was an absolute doll. Not the smartest dog, but she was an absolute doll. I loved her, and I love Shih Tzus because of her. I've had Chihuahuas. We rescued a Chihuahua. Well, we adopted her when her owner died. We were his caregivers, and he lived with us while he was in the process of dying. And he had come to live with us with his 4 dogs. He had a pit bull and 3 Chihuahuas. And one of the Chihuahuas really bonded with me over that time. I do believe in Jesus Christ, Axie. He is my Lord and Savior. Thank you for asking. I hope you do too. And so I love Chihuahuas. We've had, let me think of all the Cocker Spaniels, not smart dogs, but I loved my Cocker Spaniel when I was a little girl. Absolutely loved her. Actually 2 of them. We had a boy and a girl. And we have Catahoulas. Absolutely love Catahoulas. Pyrenees, you can't beat a Pyrenees. And when you combine that with the Akbash, you get the most amazing guardian dogs. I've never had a collie, horse lover. Now, if you're a horse lover, you have horses. Or maybe you don't have horses. But are collies good ranch dogs? I'm trying to think of what collies are known for. Are they good around horses? Oh, I've also got a little terrier healer mix who I just love. She loves everybody. She would never defend me in a fight, but she does love me. She would go with any stranger. She'll follow a hot dog or a piece of bacon into anything. Okay, now the girl down there, if a white truck goes by or we've got a company near us, she's gotten to know what their vans look like. If one of their vans goes by, she's going to go ballistic. Neighbors just pulled out of their driveway. Oh, you sheep. Okay, so you have collies because of your sheep. Is that right? Collies are beautiful. The only collies I've seen are the show dogs that are nothing like the working dog collies. AKC has really ruined a lot of working dogs as far as their standards go. And they're not real common. I don't know where you are. I'm in Tennessee. I grew up in California, and we did not see a lot of collies. I'm trying to think of any collies I may have seen, and I just don't remember. I honestly think I've only seen them at the AKC dog shows. Oh, are they smart enough to be service dogs? That's awesome. Look at how good she's being, you guys. She's not barking at anybody. Maybe it's because I'm here and she knows that I'm the one that's in charge. I don't think so, though. Okay, white van and white Jeep just went by and she didn't bark. She normally hates white. We used to have a white truck. I don't know why she barks at white trucks now. Well, we do have a white truck still. Hi, Bean. She's my vanilla bean. Oh, you're in Ireland. Do you guys have good dogs? Hello there. Yes, she is a huge dog. She's actually, she's about 76 pounds. So she's not as big as her daddy was. Ireland, a lot of sheep. Okay, you guys have collies, and that fur on them is perfect because it gets so cold and windy and it can't get through to their skin. That's good. We've had sheep in the past. I had a sheep burger last night for dinner, and I had one for breakfast this morning because I had leftovers and I didn't want cereal for breakfast. I wanted protein, so I went ahead and had a sheep burger. The dog down there is an Akbash Pyrenees on her father's side, and her mother was a dumped dog that her genetics are not certain, but she was ferocious. Okay, here comes a big vehicle. She'll normally bark at that. Okay, that's how we know she doesn't feel good. So the mother, I saw pictures of the mother, and she looked like she had the fur of a black lab, but she had the features of a black Catahoula. And the sheep farmer that found her, or maybe they already knew she was there, maybe she was already like their pet at that point. She was somewhere on the ranch and she heard men calling for help. And she was able, and then her dog was barking off in the distance. And she went and found the men. The dog, this little girl here, her mama, had chased 2 hunters up into trees and had them treed and wouldn't let them out of the trees. Her name is Jaja. It's a, oh gosh, what is it? Is it a Austrian name? Oh, the neighbors must be getting in their car. She just got up off the ground. She normally barks at the neighbors too. She's just going to go over that direction and make sure they don't do anything sketchy like say hi to me or wave. Actually, she's probably going to poop. Yeah, she's going to poop. She's got diarrhea, guys. Bad tummy. I'm glad she's doing it off camera, actually. It's pretty nasty, and I'll have to clean that up very soon. It's very liquidy. I don't like that. Oh, gosh. Not beautiful. Not beautiful. I'm just going to have to pour water on it. Sorry, girl. Sorry your tummy hurts, sweet girl. Anyway, so Mama chased those 2 hunters up 2 trees, and so the ranch owner went and got them. And then another time, she heard the dog barking, just would not stop barking. She knew something was up a tree. She just didn't know what it was. So she went out with her other dogs, and my Jaja's mother, by herself, had treed a full-grown mountain lion. We might see some pooping going on. I hope not. And the mountain lion had been eating, oh yeah, we're seeing some poop, a fresh deer kill that the mountain lion had just killed. And that dog all by herself. Oh, look at the leaf is trying to give her some privacy. Scooch over so you have privacy. We don't want to see your business, girl. Oh, I hope she doesn't have a blockage in her gut. Can't imagine what she would have eaten that she got a blockage. She's having a hard time pooping. Oh my gosh. And here we are Saturday, right? So it's an emergency vet visit if she has to go to the vet. She doesn't act like... Oh, there she is. She's going to stir things up. Oh, Jaja, hey. Okay. Truck and trailer alert. A calling card. You know what, KJ? You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Jaja. Is it a Romanian name? Oh, guy. The Jaja Gabor was a famous American actress who was... Oh, there goes a white truck with a trailer. That's normal. And a motorcycle. Oh, boy. Yeah, we're not putting up with that motorcycle. That is not a welcome thing. Zsa Zsa Gabor had 2 sisters, and the 3 of them were in a concentration camp during World War II. And I believe all 3 of them became entertainers, and I think they were singers as well as actresses. They were just beautiful women. Hey, George. You know, the post office delivery person walks right across our grass. And so I have to walk his path and make sure there's no pooey in the way. I mean, I try to clean up 100% of her poo. I don't like having it out there. But I do have to go and just double check and make sure his path is clear. Yeah, horse lover, we do have 65 acres a couple of miles away from here. It's not fenced, and so we don't run any animals on it. We just have goats. Oh, looks like I have a delivery, you guys. Okay, I'll be right back. Ava, oh, I didn't know about Magna. Yes, Ava was in that TV show. Tell everybody about the TV show Ava was in. Okay, guys, I was rejected. That is not for my husband. That was for the neighbor. My husband gets like 5-pack. Green Acres, yes. Yes, Green Acres. Why did it drive you nuts, KJ? Was it because it was so silly? Hey, Horse Lover, thank you so much for coming in and talking. I appreciate it. Enjoy the sheep, enjoy the collies. Bean, you're okay. I think I need to put her in the house, you guys. Come here, girl. Okay, of Earth, Mr. Ed and Wilbur. Is this a Buster? We don't have white, Hispanic, Asian, Black communities here. Everybody lives together. Just so you know. Yes, yes, he was surrounded by idiots. You are correct. Yes. Now we didn't have a TV when I was real young. We had one when I was, okay, I shouldn't say that. We had one when I was very young. But when it died, my dad wouldn't replace it. That is a Tennessee flag up above me, Mark. Bye, Horse Lover. Appreciate you being here. And so I did watch it. I used to take care of people that were homebound, and so I spent a lot of time with people in their 70s and 80s. And there's a channel, or maybe there are more than one channel, that do those old-time TV shows. And one of the people I took care of loved Green Acres and watched it. And I watched it. I did see it a couple times as a kid. But as an adult, going back and watching it, the set was so cheap. It was a really cheap set. Hey, Mark, I tell you what, hon, I'm old and I'm not in the mood. That's what I am. I'm old and I'm not in the mood. I'll be 63 next month. It's going to be wonderful. Can't wait. Good morning from British Columbia. Hey, Scott. This is not your first time here, is it? It seems like I've seen you in here before. But all Canadians look alike. Hey, Jules. Hey, Mike. I'm just a baby. Oh, KJ, that's nice. That's what my mommy says. She just turned 83. So she says I'm her baby. I am. Hey, lazy. It doesn't matter. It's not against the law, and it's not immoral. It's just better than being in my living room right now, which is dark and a little bit dreary. Going on 1,000. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sometimes I feel the same way. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I feel the same way. Although today's been a good day. But I passed up going to the flea market with my husband this morning. He said, "Do you want to go to the flea market?" Because he spends a lot of time at our ranch property, and I spend a lot of time here at the house. So he was going to come by and pick me up this morning, I guess, if I wanted to go to the flea market. I did not. Do I have to be good, Mark? I will. I'm usually a very decent person. It is really pretty here, Mike. It's very pretty. And I mean, there's times of the year in the deep winter when there's no snow. It's very dreary and beige. Because, I mean, the grass is so tired, it's not even growing. The trees have lost their leaves. It's just very, I don't know, like I said, very beige. And then it snows and it's gorgeous and cold. Minus 11 one day. We had some ducks taking a bath. Hey, to the 7 of you who gave me a thumbs up, thank you so much. I'm in Northeast Tennessee, KJ, in the Tri-Cities area, real close to Virginia and North Carolina. Kentucky's not too far away. I travel a lot. Hey, TD, that is the Tennessee flag up above me. And then we have a US flag. Got to move my computer a little bit so I can turn the whole thing over to show you. We've got a, oh gosh, a US flag right there. I've got my laptop out here. Ciao, Mark. North Carolina is, oh gosh, come on now. We looked at property in North Carolina when we were looking to move away from California. And we looked in North Carolina. I'm trying to think of why we did not end up settling there. It might have been affordability. I don't remember, because it's the same as it is here. I mean, you've got the mountains, and the population is pretty much the same. All my grandchildren are up in the Washington, D.C. area. So I thought maybe if we moved to North Carolina, we'd be a little bit closer to them. But I don't know that it was worth it for us. It was pretty expensive because we would have been over toward the northeast part of North Carolina, and it's fairly expensive over there. Oak Island, wow. Isn't that a TV show like The Curse of Oak Island or something? Treasure hunters. And this is where I was on Monday. I was at Dollywood. You see that on there? We were down in Gatlinburg and Sevierville. We went to Anakista in Gatlinburg, and then we went back to our hotel in Sevierville, and we were just kind of sitting around. And I asked my husband, "Do you want to go to Dollywood?" They're like, "Yeah." Art of Mindness. Yes, Maryland is a beautiful state. And it's funny because I'll call or text one of the grandkids up there, or one of my daughters, and ask what's their weather like. And a lot of times we're experiencing the same weather at the same time because of the way the storm band will kind of swoop up, and it'll be hitting them right about the same time it's hitting us. It's crazy. I wouldn't mind living close to them, but I'm a fairly free-minded person, and Maryland and Virginia both have so many restrictive laws that I just don't think I would be comfortable living there. I guess what I'm saying is I need to live in a red state. I grew up and lived most of my life in a blue state, and it was so confining and so against freedom of choice and free will that it was crazy. Not that I don't believe everybody should have free choice to go rob banks if they want to. KJ, I hear you on the ocean. I did grow up near the beach, lived much of my life with an ocean view. And, well, not with an ocean view. I lived a chunk of my life with an ocean view, 7 to 10 minutes away from the beach. And I was never really, it was the Pacific Ocean, so it was almost always cold. I used to go fishing almost every weekend with my dad. He had a boat. It was a scuba diving boat, and he would go out as the captain and take a bunch of people out scuba diving. And I would fish, and I would try not to catch a scuba diver, and I never did catch a scuba diver, so that was good. I grew up at the Pacific Ocean. My first and only time to the Atlantic Ocean was last year, just about a year ago. We went down to Myrtle Beach. And we actually bought a timeshare right on the beach. And I was so impressed with the water. It was fairly clear. It was warm. The beaches are beautiful. They don't stink like Pacific beaches tend to stink. I don't know why they smell so bad. And Growing up as a kid before they started doing the offshore drilling for oil, there was so much pressure under the ocean floor that tar would like seep out of the ground and it would wash on shore, and we'd have tar all over our feet, our bathing suits, our shoes, everything would have tar. Then they started drilling for oil and that pressure was relieved, and so there wasn't as much tar on the beaches. But maybe that was part of the smell, was just the tar. I don't know. Hey, take over terror. Yes, I know Jesus loves me, and you too. Pacific Ocean is an hour away from you, Scott. Okay. Yeah, because you're up in BC. Does it smell up there? Does your Pacific Ocean stink like ours did? I was down in Central California. So I grew up going to beaches from San Jose down to Santa Barbara. Vancouver. Okay, I've been to Vancouver. You know what? I don't think I've been to the Canada side of Vancouver though. It does, doesn't it, Scott? Do you suppose it's because of all the seaweed? Because I didn't catch that down in Myrtle Beach. Not that it's like a total turnoff, it's just different. I just loved the water at Myrtle Beach. It was just wonderful. And we got a I don't know, 4th or 5th floor corner unit that we can go to once a year and enjoy our time. Hello, Benny from Dallas, Texas. Pollution? Oh gosh, that sucks. Fish pee. Junior, yes. Yeah, there's a lot of fish pee. I went marlin fishing off of the southern tip of the Big Island in Hawaii when I was 20. I guess I was either 19 or 20. I can't remember. That was fun. I didn't hook a marlin. I hooked an Ono. Buster, Myrtle Beach was beautiful. Some people say it's gotten horrible, but where we bought our timeshare, hopefully it won't get horrible. It's still pretty. I mean, we went through some horrible neighborhoods to get there, but once we got there, it was very nice. I hope it stays that way. It's a lot of traffic for a Saturday, you guys. Yeah, somebody mentioned do the neighbors mind me recording their homes? All of these houses are on Google Maps. You can get a street view. And everywhere you go, you are being recorded. You go through intersections, you go through neighborhoods, people have Ring cameras. I mean, there is really no expectation of privacy. If my neighbors were out doing something for a long time out in their front yard, if it wasn't just a quick one with the dog going to the bathroom, I would move my camera. You can see my lives, though, from I think last week and the week before, of the neighbors getting new windows put in on the front of their house. And I don't think that project is done because it doesn't look done, but it's pretty close. I grew up fishing. Some of my earliest memories of doing things with my dad and my grandpa together, just the two of them and me, and I guess my brother was there too, I don't remember, was going fishing in ponds at the university where my grandpa worked. And then as an adult, I grew up and I went to those ponds. And they were the drainage ponds from the cattle and the dairy cows, the horses. I don't remember if the pigs were up above them, but when it rained, they were the collection ponds, and we used to catch and eat the fish that came out of them. As an adult, it really creeps me out what we ate. Super gross. I'd rather eat ocean fish than pond fish. I'd rather eat river or creek fish or even lake fish, but not a pond fish. Those scare me because of what I ate as a child. Hey, thank you to the 13 that gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. My coffee is gone. You guys, I have been here for 30 minutes. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you. Hi, King of the Swamp. I don't think I would eat anything out of the swamp either. I've never done anything in a swamp. We had a creek in our backyard here a year and a half ago in the house we lived in, and I would not have eaten anything out of that creek just because of where it went before it got to our house. And it was kind of creepy. We had big old snapping turtles in there. Hey, Since Forever. Yeah, those would be my husband's flags. He definitely likes to fly flags. He usually has a bunch of yard flags out in the front, but I took them out because I used to have to mow around them and I got tired of it. So I pulled them out one day and forgot to put them back in. And I've kind of gotten used, it was looking kind of trashy out front. A lot of yard flags, and just, it was like there were 4 out front, and I just kind of got tired of it. It is a nice neighborhood Since Forever. It really is. These houses are about 100 years old, maybe a little bit more. Our house is 100 years old. Our house is different from all of the houses around it, so I think it was built after them, because I know for sure the house to my left is older. Since you're right, it's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit, and they do go faster than that. I go 25 and I tick everybody off. They get real anxious right up on my back bumper. They don't like to wait around. But I believe speed limits are for a reason. What time is it here? Fandom? It is almost 1 o'clock here, p.m. And I'm going to an auction tonight. I don't know if I'll record anything at the auction. I for sure won't be doing a live stream, but I might record some of it. I don't know if I'm going to be tempted to buy anything. I usually buy at least 1 box. Hi, Junior. Nice to see you again. I usually buy 1 box lot. I generally buy it either for one thing in it or because nobody's bidding on it and I can get it for $2 or $3. And then I bring it home and I go through it and I throw away some and I donate some to the thrift shop, and I might keep some of it, and then some of it I list on eBay. Hey T, make it harder and more of a hassle to drive? Bye, Since Forever. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for chatting. I don't know. I don't know why we would want it to be harder and more of a hassle to drive. I just, think that people should go 25 instead of 35 on this little street. It is a state highway though, right there. You're looking at a state highway. So I don't know why people are going faster though, because it's been 25 for about a mile by the time they get here, coming from one direction. From the other direction, it's only been 25 for about 3 blocks. Before that, it was 30. A house here. Let me think how much a house here costs. I would say around, for the houses you're looking at now, probably not the far right one. That one's a dilapidated mess that needs a lot of work. But the 3 right here, I'll turn my phone a little bit. These 3, I would guess, depending on the condition inside and whether or not they have a full basement that's weathered in and in good shape, maybe 200,000. Maybe. Gary said he has bad news. He has bad news. Are you going to get banned, Gary, or put on timeout? Be careful with your bad news. Skinnier, add more. No, speed bumps are not good. Speed bumps cause a lot of damage to vehicles. And narrower roads make it more dangerous for pedestrians and bicyclists. So I'm not for that. Hey, Omar. Nice to see you. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate that. It's cheaper than Bangladesh? Well, this is Northeast Tennessee, the Tri-Cities area. We are in a depressed part of the country. So yeah, a lot of stuff is cheaper than other parts of the country. For instance, a house like this in the town I grew up in would be more than $1 million. Easily. It would be not a whole lot more than $1 million, but it would be $1.1 million, $1.2 million. Oh, Scott, it's okay. Used when I was teaching, I used to call my students dude. I didn't care if they were boys or girls. Oh, someone's going to go have fun out on the lake. That looks good. We've got a lake nearby. It's very nice. And we have a boat, but it doesn't work. I don't think it'll ever work. I don't know, man. My husband comes home with some projects. Okay, T, so why do you want people to not be able to drive? I don't understand that concept. Do you want us to all have to rely on public transportation? Or do we have to walk or bicycle? I like having my vehicles. Hey, Flurry, I am a dudette. Yes. I am not real familiar with Bangladesh. Is it very highly populated? I don't like the idea of making roads to purposely damage vehicles. I think that's horrible. And to put pedestrians and bicyclists at risk, I think is horrible too. Hey, Cat and Jack, I saw you and your doggy this morning. I always wake up really early, and if I'm having trouble going back to sleep, I turn on my phone, and I almost always see you and your beautiful dog there. No, T, that's not the American way. I don't know where you are, but that's not the way here. I've got a fly on my coffee cup, you guys. That means I have to wash my cup before I get a drink of coffee out of it. So that's creepy. Okay. I am sorry. It must be extremely difficult. Here we are very low population for sure. Hey, I got somebody from a doctor something live. That's cool. Hey, Miguel, trees. We have a lot of trees here, and I think I'm allergic to them because I've been waking up really congested lately. We have sugar maple, which I usually tap in the winter. I didn't tap them last winter. Oh, cool. I might like that. That might be fun. A Christian Live. That's cool. I'll have to, let me see, what is it called? I got to go back up. Dr. Mark. I'll have to check that out. I've been watching, who have I been watching lately? I can't think of his name right now. Mark Winger. Is it Mark Winger? I've been watching a lot of his stuff. He's doing a Bible study. He's in the book of Mark right now. And he also exposes bad stuff in Christian churches, which I appreciate. A lot of Christians won't talk about the bad stuff that's happening in the church. And I think it's important in order to get rid of the stains, we have to recognize and treat the stains appropriately. Let's see, over 5.0, that's crazy. Wow, I wouldn't want to be that wealthy in a city with people so close to me. If I lived in a city, I would want everyone to think I was poor. Hopefully, I never have to worry about that. Hey, JR, I said hi when you first came in, sweetie. Maybe you didn't hear me because there's a lot of traffic. Dr. Mark Schrevener. Belize. Hey, Wes. Okay, Junior. Sorry you don't like me. I did say hi when you first came in. You obviously missed it. We had neighbors that moved You said, why did you say KKK? We had neighbors that moved to Belize. Oh gosh, about 10 years ago. I don't know what part of Belize they moved to. They moved from California to Belize. They were really good neighbors. They were the kind of neighbors you want. They were the kind of neighbors. We lived on a dirt road, a dead-end dirt road, and we were past them. He was the neighbor that saw a strange vehicle going down the road and grabbed his gun and jumped in the truck and went to make sure everything was okay. That's the kind of neighbor he was. Your brother lived on Euclid and Halloween? That's a road? Oh, Halloween was a party road. Oh, I get you. Yeah, Euclid. I could see that. I'm trying to think where in the world on Euclid. Does it? Oh, it becomes over by the university, huh? Over by King University? Okay, I could see that. Because I was thinking of the part of Euclid that was like where the grocery store is and the hardware store. And then you go down and there's like churches and fast food and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, I hear you. I would imagine that would be a party. Yeah, when did your brother live there, Kat? Because honestly, it's pretty run down. Hey, Cleo. I'm in Tri-Cities, Northeast Tennessee. Yeah. When I go to that part of town, I rarely go. I'm almost always going shopping. They've got an Ollie's over there. I just hit Ollie's like 3 days ago. I hardly ever go there, but I go to Ollie's once in a while. Sometimes I'll go to the grocery store. Used to go to the hardware store. Now they've moved across the road. I don't go there anymore. I will someday, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, I'll bet in the last 10 years things have changed a lot. USA, Cleo, USA. Northeast Tennessee, Tri-Cities area. And my husband went to Elizabethton today. He had to go pick up some kind of thing he found on Craigslist. He's on Craigslist every day. And thank you, Scott. Yeah, go ahead and hit the like. 23 people have hit the like button. That's awesome. Been here for 43 minutes. You guys are great. First, we had my dog taking a nap down on the sidewalk, getting her sun. Some people were burdened with having to watch her try to poop. She's got a little bit of diarrhea going on. It was quite awful. Cleo, it looks like a good place. I will tell you the truth, though. We have a lot of drugs in this part of the world. A lot of meth. A lot of people on gummies and stuff, the pot stuff, and they're mostly mellow, but there's a lot of meth in this area. There might be some heroin as well, but I think it's mostly meth, and it's really sad. We have a homeless shelter. I think it's a Salvation Army just a few blocks away. Oh, Kat, the poop is my life. The poop is my life. I've got, let's see, did I clean out a coop yesterday? I didn't. I was too tired to clean a coop out yesterday. I've got 4 duck coops. The poop is real. And then I've got the goats. The poop is real. The dogs, the poop is real. We used to have about, 10 different kinds of animal on our previous ranch property. That was crazy. Hey, Scott, that's awesome. I'm glad you got off of it. Juan, hello. Yes, they are meat ducks. We don't eat the pets, and we do have quite a few pets. But yes, we do eat duck. I don't have any in my refrigerator right now, but I'm sure I've got some in my freezer. I used to sell my ducks to the Asian restaurant market in San Francisco. At least I sold them to a broker, and he sold them to the restaurant market. Hey, Rainy girl. Cleo, I'm in Northeast Tennessee. Yeah, Scott, I'm sorry. That is just a horrible, horrible stain on a lot of communities. I've got a lot of cousins that have fallen into that. About a third of my cousins have done time in jail or prison because of drug addiction. And it's hard to watch. most of them are doing well now, but some of them are still, like, I've got one cousin, I haven't heard from him in so many years. I think he might actually be in prison, like, for a long, long time. And his son never talks about him, so I just can't imagine. And then I've got another cousin, he's in and out of trouble. I don't think he's done any time lately, like in the last 15 years. I think he's been fairly clean. I've got another cousin, she's in and out of prison constantly. She chose prison over the Salvation Army program, which is too bad because they would have done her so much good, but she wouldn't have been able to smoke cigarettes, and she would have had to go to church every day. Hey, David, that is the Tennessee flag. Let me tip it up a little bit. You guys can see. 3 stars for West, Central, and East Tennessee. I'm in the part of Tennessee that's considered the lost state of Franklin. It is a very simple flag. Hey, Robert. Well, Juan, I'm not in Texas. If I lived in Texas, and we did look at property in Texas, if we were there, we would be flying a Texas flag. I'm trying to think if I ever flew a California flag. I don't think so. When we lived in California, I think we flew a United States flag, but I don't remember flying a California flag. Yeah, Scott, we do have our positive points. I stay out of inner city U.S. stuff. There are places that I just don't go because they're not safe. I used to have to work sometimes in San Francisco, and hey, M, no reason to scream. No, I don't fly a Confederate flag. What about it? That's a very weird open question. Anyway, I used to have to go into San Francisco and work occasionally. I was an actress out in California, and I had television projects, industrial projects, and movie projects, and I never felt safe in San Francisco. That place is just crazy. Yeah, Scott, I'm glad you guys are safe. I mean, I feel fairly safe here. No, not very many people in Canada own guns. I know. Canada's pretty strict on that. Everybody here owns guns. Not everybody. A lot of people here own guns. My husband and I have 2 gun safes. I have no idea how many guns we own. We own a lot. I only carry one. I have 2 personal protection tools, and I do carry. I'm a skinny little old woman. Of course I carry. Hey, Alf. You live in the suburbs in Cook. What, Cook County? Cookville? Cook Dinner? Cook County. Where's Cook County? It's funny, if any of my neighbors are on here, they now know more about me than I know about them. Juan, we have a ranch, so we don't go to the range. But I do not target shoot enough. I need to. I like the idea of some of the new indoor deals. You put a special thing on your weapon and you don't put bullets in it. It's like I don't know, I don't know, you shoot electronically. I like that. Juan, I agree, I should. Most of my reason for needing a sidearm would be at the ranch. we have people that want to crawl around the property and steal. And we have game cameras. Certain times of the year, we have like 20 game cameras up. Hey, Robert. Arizona. Yes, you do have to carry. Furry, my neighbor carries. Well, my old neighbor. She's out in California still. She's moving to Idaho. She has a 38, and she has it in a fanny pack on her golf cart. And in the same fanny pack are treats that she used to give my donkeys. And my donkeys would hang out in her pasture. And one day, my donkey Rosa grabbed her fanny pack because she wanted, it was just on the dash of her golf cart. She grabbed the fanny pack to get a treat, and then the gun was in it, and the gun didn't go off. Guns don't go off like they do in the movies and on TV. But she went, to get in the golf cart, and her fanny pack was gone, and she knew it had the 38 in it. She also kept a rifle on the back of it because we had a lot of coyotes, bobcat, fox that were always going after our poultry. So we both kept guns constantly. But yeah, that donkey, man, she wanted her treat, and she wasn't going to wait around for my neighbor to unzip it and give it to her. She was just like, I'm going right through the middleman, and I'm getting it myself. The fanny pack of chaos, right? Oh, gosh. Robert Bull, I was mostly background. I was in, I don't know how many episodes we shot. I was in 13 Reasons Why. I think it was on Netflix or something. I never saw it. I was background in another show, probably also on Netflix, called Sense8, and I think we just shot one episode, but we did some street and we did some inside of a theater, so we may have been shooting 2 different episodes. I don't know. I was in a Forrest Lucas film. I can't think of the name of it. I mean, like background, I didn't care. When I did background work, it didn't matter because I wasn't in the credits, so it didn't matter. So I don't remember a lot of that. I did a lot of industrial films where I had to sign non-disclosure agreements. So I worked a lot in the Silicon Valley. Some of the biggest corporations in Silicon Valley, they do industrial videos. And for training and to attract investors and just for little inner corporation films and things. So I was in a lot of those. Those were so fun. I got to play a lot of different characters. I did industrial videos for a hospital system, Stanford. I had a lot of fun. Met a guy there. He lived in Oakland, California, and I guess he and I started talking, and he figured out that I lived, well, we were talking, where are you from? And I had driven a couple of hours to get there. And we started talking, and he kind of whispered that he carries a concealed weapon because he's terrified. He actually keeps it in his home as well because the apartment complex he and his girlfriend lived in was so dangerous that they had to be armed. And he was very concerned for their safety. So he was going to be teaching his girlfriend how to shoot because she was terrified of guns. But when she was home alone, that was her only protection against terrible things happening to her in the apartment. So he and I had a good talk. We were standing in the hallway in one of the buildings at Stanford, and they were filming us, but we were background, so we were able to talk because it was going to have voiceover over the top of it, and we were going to be blurry anyway, but it was hilarious because here he and I are all afraid to say anything because all the other people there would be terrified to know that both of us actually owned guns. It was just ridiculous. Oh, hey, Dan's. Let's see, my work on YouTube. Juan, yes, you can find my work on YouTube. You can find me, I believe the film is on YouTube. It is called Lost Outlaw. And you will know right away based on my voice who my character is. You can also look up Lost Outlaw bloopers on YouTube. The blooper reel is, I don't know, it's a short one, but I star in the blooper reel because I blew my line over and over and over and over and over again. It is a faith-based film. Lost Outlaw is about a lost young man looking for, I don't know what, but he finds a Christian family. I think he falls in love with the girl who plays my daughter. That's the whole thing. They do kiss. It's creepy. I can't stand watching them kiss because I don't like watching people kiss. Anyway, Lost Outlaw. And it was a lot of fun to shoot. We shot during COVID. I actually got sick with COVID. And so the reason I blew it so many times is I hadn't been able to memorize because I had been so sick leading up to filming that I just wasn't ready. But I was okay the day of filming, so that was good. And then I was also in another film, I guess it's faith-based. It was by Biblical Films. That's the name of the production company. And that one was called In Da Cut. It's 3 words, in, then the second word is D-A, duh, and then cut, C-U-T. And it won an award at the Black Film Festival, San Diego Black Film Festival. And you will see me there as well. I play a rather salacious movie producer. And I actually play a porn producer in a Christian movie, which cracks me up. So I play this awful woman who attacks men. I'm a terrible person. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. But at one point when they yelled cut, I asked the young man, I said, please tell me you're at least 18 years old. And he busted up laughing because he was like 22 or 23, I think. Anyway, it was hilarious because I was in my, what would I have been? I would have been like 50, I think, when we filmed that. And here I am attacking this young man. And let's see, what other films? Okay, a very short, 8-minute film on YouTube. Oh, Guy, what is the name of that film? It was so fun to film. It was a zombie flick. I played one of the zombie killers. I only have one line. It's a single word. I just say seriously. That's my only line in the movie. What in the world is that movie called? Can't remember. Anyway. Alf, I do not invest in the stock market. My husband has investments in the stock market, but I do not personally. No. Not that I wouldn't. Furry, right? I know, right? Oh my gosh. I tell you the truth. This kid was so fresh-faced. He looked like he was like 16 years old. And my character was very aggressive. And the worst part is, though, in the script, his uncle had called me and said, hey, my nephew's going to apply for a job at your studio. Would you please make him so uncomfortable he doesn't want the job? And I was like, oh, sure, yeah, I can do that. And they cut that part. They didn't have us film that part. Wait a minute, let me think. Did they have us film that part? Yeah, we did. We filmed that scene. It was a telephone conversation. And then when the movie came out, they had cut it. They didn't put it in. So I was not into cut. I was out of the cut. So that explained why my character was so awful, because it was a setup to make him so scared and uncomfortable he didn't come to work for me, because his uncle didn't want him working at a porn movie studio. Obviously, nobody wants that for their child. Anyway, it was a really fun movie. We filmed it in Los Angeles. We filmed it actually in Universal City. And I was in the NBC building in a producer's office. The office I'm in is actually in a television and movie producer's office. I've got my feet on his desk, and I am absolutely doing the casting couch routine. It's fun. It was a lot of fun. It is, yes, it is very sunny out. No, very few clouds in the sky. I've got some wispy clouds to the south of me and some tiny little ones up above me. But yeah, I wish it would rain, though. We haven't had rain in a long time. I'm having to water outside, and my ducks are using city water. Oh, 1 a.m. Wow. Jesus is Lord. Yes, indeed. Amen. So anyway, those are some of the projects I've been in. I'm trying to think of one. I was in another one called Trespass into Terror or something like that. And I've never seen most of the movies I've been in, you guys. I don't. I was in oh gosh, what was it called? Paparazzi. That movie was produced by Paparazzi. Mel Gibson produced Paparazzi. That was a long time ago. That was more than 20 years ago. And I was background, but I got bumped up and they gave me lines. And I was working with Cole Hauser, the lead actor in the movie Paparazzi. Cole and I had a scene where we were face to face, and that was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was my first motion picture, and it was my first movie date with my husband. We were dating, and yeah, I worked with Cole Hauser face to face, worked with him quite a bit. And then when we got there, my scene was cut. I was not into cut again. I was in the film as background, but I had got bumped up and given lines, and I did not make it. My scene with him did not make it. I was so disappointed. Paparazzi was a lot of fun. Most of my projects, though, honestly, are commercials, industrials, or background in TV and movies. I do not have very many roles in films that were actually produced. I've been in a lot of small projects that are no to low budget. We're talking maybe a couple $100 budget, and it's just a bunch of friends getting together, and those never go anywhere. So I've been in a lot of those. iRobot, Will Smith, very good. Uncle Sam from Europe. Oh, greetings to Uncle Sam. Hey, Ryder. Yeah, Scott, I grew up knowing stars just because of my family. So, yes, I have met stars. And my mom always told me that Hollywood people were creepy and I should stay away from them. I don't think she was wrong. But you know what's more creepy is this fly that won't leave me alone. Did you keep it? Oh gosh, furry, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Out your mouth. Oh geez. AM, thank you. I also can have a very harsh voice. If you watch some of my short videos, I can have a very harsh voice. I listen to some of my stuff and go, oh man, I got to do a voiceover on that. That was terrible. I haven't really followed much about Diddy One. I really honestly grew up with my mother protecting me from all of that. I had some amazing offers as an older teenager and young adult to do the Hollywood thing, and no, I knew enough to stay away. Diddy is a symptom of a disease that is Hollywood. If you study the dark side of Hollywood, you will see that it is one of the most horrible places in the world. And you really have to separate yourself from that creepy culture. I mean, like some of my friends who are famous, they don't live in or party in Hollywood. They live outside and commute. They don't get into that. And Hollywood chews up and spits out children so horribly that it's just, I see why my mom said those things. Although, you know, we weren't a Hollywood family. They just had friends in that industry, and we lived far enough away that I was never tempted for any of that. But stuff did come up. Like I say, I was offered some opportunities that would have seemed fun, but I know where I would have ended up, and it wouldn't have been a good place. So I stayed away. I had a couple of different people want to manage me and have me in Hollywood to do all the audition circuits and things like that. And it was a battle, but I said no because my career was never acting. I taught theater. I wrote, directed, and produced for the stage for a few years with a friend of mine. He and I were writing partners, and most of my writing was for the church. And I just have never really been tempted to go into Hollywood and do that whole thing. Hey, Trevor. No, I don't see kids out and about here. No, we have adults that walk up and down the street. It is a Tennessee flag, Doctor Who. Doctor Who, what, where? That's hilarious. Hollywood's a terrible place, you guys. And and I can't say Atlanta's any better. There's a big movie and TV thing going on in Atlanta. I mostly worked in Central California, so most of the projects I worked on were outside of the SAG-AFTRA life. So you didn't have all that stuff going on. Nashville, yeah, Nashville is, no, I'm not in Nashville. I'm in Northeast Tennessee, Tri-Cities. But Nashville is definitely can be a scary place to try to become famous. I never wanted to be famous. I always assumed I would do something like what I did when I was out in California, but I never thought about being famous. I just enjoy it. It's just fun. Yes, I'm very close to Kingsport. Absolutely. It's just down the road. In fact, I go through Kingsport quite a bit. Someone from Kingsport comes and buys ducks from me regularly. Hey, Wesley. Thank you for saying that. It is very peaceful here. It gets loud when the motorcycles go by. Our ranch property is more peaceful. Our ranch property is in the forest, 65 acres in the forest, and it's very, very peaceful. There's a train that goes by here. You'll hear the train whistle sometimes at night. Are there a lot of streamers from Tennessee? That's cool. I do follow a lot. Actually, I follow Appalachian Stories. I don't know if they're based in Tennessee, but they do a lot of stuff in Tennessee. And I follow Cat and Jack. She's in Tennessee. She's close by. We're practically neighbors. And, oh gosh, I follow more. Let's see, Our Life Adventures. They're in Tennessee as well. Tennessee sidestepping. Is that a type of dance? We do have a lot of whiskey distilleries around us. That's a popular pastime here. People come here as whiskey tourists. Yes, Juan, we do. Most of our land is forested, and we might harvest the forest and run sheep on part of it and goats on another part of it, but we're not sure right now. The forest grows up pretty quickly when it's cut down. I think it was cut down about 20 years ago. Oh, Tennessee Sidestepping is a streamer you watch. Okay, cool. I don't want to videotape the neighbor. The neighbor's coming out, going into his front door. I don't want to videotape him. There we go. Give him some privacy. There we go. Thank you to the 31 who gave me a thumbs up. That's nice. Juan, the forest is super peaceful, but you know what? This year it's been full of biting mosquitoes and no-see-ums. So I haven't been in the forest a lot. I try to stay out of it because I'm just getting eaten alive this year. It hasn't been so bad previously because we didn't get a lot of rain the last couple of years, but this year it's been really awful. And we have bears, we have fox, we have coyote. Oh gosh, what else? Deer, lots of deer. It's so wonderful to see them. And we have a raccoon, at least one. And mice, big old black rat snakes. And what else do we have? Every now and then a stray cat. Somebody dumps a cat and it ends up on our property. I just have to hope our dog doesn't kill it, because our dog might kill a cat. I hope not. That would be horrible. I'd hate that. Oh, there goes a motorcycle with a sidecar, and there's a dog in the sidecar. That was cute. Furry. We have 3 bears that live on our property, according to our game cameras, which, like I said earlier, certain times of the year we have around 20 game cameras up around the property, and 3 different bears were seen. I saw one when I was driving up the driveway one day, and my dog chased it away. Chased it across the road and into a cornfield. Scott, they are, well, we have oh, wait a minute. We have copperheads. Those are horrible. They're vipers. They'll kill you. We have black rat snakes. They're about 5.5 to 6 feet long, and they eat duck eggs, and they also eat baby ducks, so I have to be careful. I've relocated 3 of them to another part of the property, or the same one twice maybe, because they're different sizes. My husband has one up by the shop. He likes it up there. It eats the mice and the rats. But the ones that show up around the ducks, I have to move them to another part of the property because I don't want them to be eating my eggs and my babies. Nothing spooky. No, nothing spooky. We did find an abandoned car in our creek one day. That was actually kind of spooky because I don't know, the people were gone. They abandoned the car. The car was like supposed to be repossessed, and the phone was disconnected. There was like no connection to whoever was driving it. And they left money in the door of the car. There's that little catch-all in the door. There was some change in there, and they went off the road and abandoned their car. It's crazy. It took 2 wreckers to get out of the creek. That was creepy because I was concerned that one of them or both of them might have had like a head injury and wandered off into the forest and died, and I didn't want to find a body. That kind of freaks me out. Okay, Doctor Who, we might have water moccasins here as well. I've never seen one. We have water snakes. They look a lot like copperheads if you're not looking careful, and that scares me. We have snapping turtles. I haven't seen any in this part of the creek, but that doesn't mean they're not there. We also have crawdads, all kinds of crawdads. And I do love to eat those little mud babies. They're delicious. We don't have beavers here. I did see a mink one day on the road. It had been run over in the night, and it was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty, but it was flat, it was flat. It'd been run over a lot that night. The only reason I knew it was a mink is because I found its feet, its tail, and its teeth, and I was able to identify. Plus, the fur is pretty obvious. It was a mink. We have weasel, which is related to the mink. I don't think we have ferrets. Hey, Ricky Day, hello. I mean, we have beavers in Northeast Tennessee, but not on our property. We had them in California. We lived on a river in California. We had beavers. They dropped trees every year. Never saw them, but we saw what they left behind. And they would build dams, and we would have to break them down. But we never saw them. They never built a den. It was weird. Okay, you guys, there are 14 people. I sure do appreciate the 32 of you who gave me a thumbs up. I am going to have to cut this stream off. Hey, Ricky Day, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hi. I've got to get ready for the auction tonight, which means I've got to go take a nap, you guys. I've got to go eat lunch. It's 1:30. Go eat a little bit of lunch, lie down, catch a little bit of sleep. Hello. Hey, Mr. Cobb. No, I don't think I'll turn my flag upside down in all bold telling me what to do. That's hilarious. Just come into somebody's live stream, tell them what to do. Hey, Furry, can you tell me again who that guy is? Because I want to look him up. Doctor something or person that does the live stream. I'm going to type it into my computer. Dr. Mark Shrivner. Okay. All right. I will look him up on YouTube. Scrivener. Dr. Mark Shrivner. I'm going to check him out. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's see. Dr. Mark. There he is. Sweet. He did defeat the devil, death, hell, and the grave. Cool. And it looks like he loves his wife. That's awesome. Bye, guys. You guys all be blessed and have an awesome weekend, okay? No matter what country you're in, have a beautiful day. Remember, God loves you.